Morning. A little bit chillier today, so got a bit of wrapping on, and I've got some gloves in my pocket too. So time for morning exercise. It is a bit of a mist and a fog today. A little bit earlier than yesterday. So there's a difference. I think I'm going to go a different route as well. Quite a bit of traffic in case you haven't noticed. So today you can see the church in front of you there. That's the big church on the corner of East Parade and Heworth Road. I do quite like having that to come out of my flat to, if I'm honest. So I thought we'd go down East Parade today. As you can see, it's really quite foggy. Just stop and have a quick look at the church. There you go. It's got the sun behind it. I'm doing that thing where I don't look at the lens, where I look at me on the picture screen instead. There's a chap coming towards me. He's just stepping out into the road to make sure we don't come into contact. Morning. Morning. Sensible. It's fresh. I don't know whether the camera on my chest is picking it up, but there's quite a bit of frost around today. It's nice. I mean, it's not unpleasant. But I'm going to put some gloves on. Hence why it's going to go a little bit sketchy in front of the chest cam. Whoa. Okay, that's a bit better. Whoa. East Parade is one of those long roads in York that I'm always struck by, actually, how long it is. Whenever I go back to my parents, my hometown in Filey, I'm always amazed by how short the streets are and how not long. And my perception of distance becomes considerably skewed. So things that I think are further away, because things are further away in York, I tend to think the same thing when I go home to Filey too. And then I get out and about and it's like, oh, it's only just there. Just put that into some kind of perspective. York is roughly 7 miles, probably at its widest point, 7 miles from one side right to the other. And Filey, as a town in its own right, is 7 miles from Filey to Scarborough, and in between that there's a lot of countryside. And that always throws your sense of perception out too. Just skews you a little bit. Park doesn't look open. Morning. Yeah, Glen Gardens looks as though it's closed at the moment. Which would be a shame, because it'd be a nice place to go and have a walk around. Just to stretch the old legs. So yeah, day 4. I guess at some point I ought to brush my teeth and change my pants. Okay, that was a Facebook joke. No need to go on about it. Morning.
Morning. Let's go.
Looks like there's some guys fixing the UFO installation, York UFO installation, ultra fibre optic. That was an absolute shambles, if I'm honest. They literally created utter disruption throughout the whole period of doing that. And there was no notification from the council or anything. I thought it was disgraceful. Now often from here, on a weekend, I'd walk into town or cycle into town to drop money off at the bank. Obviously I'm not going to do that today. This is the site of London's. There used to be a news agency on the corner here, and it's now flats. I'm not sure which way to go. Which way shall I go? I'll tell you what, I will go back around by the stray. One stray, but we'll just go a different way today. Look at it from a different perspective. If you watched yesterday's stroll, you'll know I do like my circular routes. And I'm still struggling with looking at the lens. I keep doing this and looking at the picture of me, when I should be looking at you. All these things are good lessons. I had to stick a bloody thing over the damn thing, really, saying, look at me. Put a sticker over it. That might help. Paperboy's out and about again. Well, paper person. This one's a young lady. It's going to be, I think we will go by Bolton Road today. It'll be interesting to see how much traffic we actually pass and go around. Let's get the periphery of the Monk Stray. Got these shades on, but I'm not really sure. I don't really think I'm going to need them. However, looking up ahead, there is some blue sky above this ground cover cloud. Let's see if we can capture that. Let's have a quick look. There you go. So there is some blue sky up there. And onto Bolton Road. Now it's currently, the voice is going to dip out a little bit here probably because of the traffic noise. But it's currently, it's not even 8 o'clock yet, it's about 7:45. And I've purposefully gone out early. One of the things I am going to do at some point is I've got a portable pull-up bar, so I'm going to take that round into the car park at the back on a nice day. I was going to do it today. It's a portable gym bar, and I was going to do some exercise out the back in the yard. But not today. Maybe one day next week if the weather's nice. He weighs quite a bit in his own right, just carrying it around there. As I say, it weighs quite a bit in its own right, and just carrying it around there will be exercise. And setting it up, of course. The sun is trying to break through. It's kind of nice. This Vimble 2 gimbal. Let's put that in the shot of the chest cam. The Vimble 2 gimbal, it's working out quite well. Let's see if we can get, just to play around, an infinity image. don't know whether that'll work. But you know, like when you put two mirrors together, face to face, and you get like an infinity image. I just kind of wondered if it would do the same thing. Quite looking forward to reviewing that. When I get back, get a coffee machine on. Did you see my video yesterday about coffee? I'm so glad I quite naturally stockpile a little coffee. It's not so much stockpiling, I just like to have quite a bit in. Because I do like a good coffee. So I was down here from a different angle yesterday. I came from the street over there, and if you'll recall, it was considerably quieter than it is today. I'm going to need the shades after all. It was considerably quieter than it is today, which is a little bizarre. I'm actually not going to go Malton Roadway, I don't think. No, actually, let's do it. I was just a bit concerned that there might be a lot of traffic noise, but in these times I think it's quite important to maybe notice that. I always like to see a cyclist with the light on, even though it's daylight. I mean, cycles, they're the most vulnerable vehicle on the road. And to this day, I still don't understand how you can buy a bike and it not come with a set of standard issue lights. You can't buy a car without lights, it's not considered roadworthy. You can't buy a roadworthy motorbike without lights, it's not considered roadworthy. But you can buy the most vulnerable vehicle on the road without lights. And that does strike me as crazy. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's lovely out here today. Some nice shadows on the floor. I don't know whether chest cam's picking it up. Morning. I'm just going to pan using this camera across the stray. It does look lovely on this misty morning. It's nice to see the daffodils out. Mind you, the ones on this side look like they've seen better days. Youth Golf Club. It's kind of weird because the daffs are out and the snowdrops have been out, and all of these things signify the coming of spring and summer. Rebirth. The leaves, the trees are actually starting to look a little green as they're starting to bud, and the new season of leafage and foliage is starting to come through. And yet here we are in a position where we're having to shield ourselves away a lot more. Peculiar times. Very peculiar times. so cold I'm in danger of developing a dewdrop. Could have been quite an alliteration there. Look at the pretty daffodils. Why the hell is there a bus out? Now that is something I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Public transport is just a capsule for the spread of any kind of contagion. So why the hell are there buses on the road? You could argue that elderly people might need transport. And yeah, that might be the case, because there might be some who aren't getting any additional help and support from the communities. And it might be those that need, might be those elderly people that need maybe public transport. But yeah, they're in the risk. They're in the category that's most at risk. They're definitely the ones that should be staying at home. It's funny, you start talking about something, rambling about something, and you think you've got a cogent argument in your head, and even your own head starts to pull it apart and say, yeah, you've kind of got this wrong. I don't know if the chest cam is picking up those willow trees. They are really magnificent. Let's have a quick pan and look at, let's see if we can capture those. Those are those trees that I was showing you yesterday from a different perspective. Just there. I mean, I love that one there. Oops, I'm going in the way. The trunkage, the way the trunks are developed on that is really quite stunning. Let's have another look from a little bit closer. They really are quite beautiful. Let's have them in the background for a while. The misty morning is really quite lovely. So I came this way a bit yesterday. And we're just about to pass the junction where yesterday I turned on to Elmfield Terrace, leading to Willow Grove and Stray Gap. I actually got that wrong yesterday. I don't think this actually is. This bit here isn't a private road, it's a little bit beyond. I think where we saw the Paperboy, that's a private road. Now for the first time, that's the first time I've ever really noticed this building here. The one behind me. Not sure what that is. Never really seen that before. That's one of the things I've always liked about going for a bit of an early morning walk. You often find yourself spotting things that you've never seen before, which is kind of nice. Okay, so I've been out for about 20, just coming up to 22 minutes. And definitely heading on one of that the circular thing, back home. I don't know about you, but I think there's definitely been more traffic today. I know we've come back via Malton Road, which is busier, but I'm going to go. So yesterday I went down that way. Well, I came this way, come down there. But today I'm going to go one of the more back, quieter routes. Just for a little bit of variation. I'm not quite sure the name of this little street. But this one's a lot quieter. Should be able to hear the birds again soon. Strange how many people just automatically cross the road as soon as they see somebody heading towards them. Morning. We've become united in very many respects, but also remarkably antisocial as a consequence. It's quite weird. Morning. I've always wanted to explore down there because I know when I looked on a map there's a little pond, like a miniature lake, and it's not for public access. Actually, I've never noticed before, but I can see it over the fence, so we'll have a quick shufty at that. Let's have a quick, let's move the camera. You see? Oops, gone the wrong way. It's not about me, it's about them. Trees a little bit in the way. I mean, what a great place to live. As in, here, what a great place to live. With that on your doorstep. How beautiful is that? Well, I don't think the camera's supposed to be pointing directly at the ground. Let's see if we can get it. Ah, hello. And I'm back. I reckon that by the time this lockdown is done, I'll have quite a good mastery of this gimbal. You never know. Which reminds me, I must add the Vimble 2 gimbal and the Akaso X50, which is this, to the tags on YouTube. Well, it's nice to have a little quiet spell there, away from the traffic hustle and bustle. Yeah, it's definitely not felt as quiet as yesterday. What I would say though is I have enjoyed this period, if for nothing else, just making some new video content. It's been quite nice. It's just appealed to my kind of creative streak, just putting stuff together, having a little fun. It's important to have a little fun. In fact, it's fair to say it's never been more important. For mental health reasons, more than anything else, just to help keep your sanity. Have a little chuckle. So, just about to cross Stockton Lane. We came into here yesterday, Woodlands Grove, from this direction. Bit of traffic knocking about, but not a problem to me. This is Hempland Lane, so we're just going to walk down here. Came up here the other day, yesterday. "28 minutes, so I'm not going to go past the walnut tree like I did yesterday. I'm going to go in, take a different route. Again, why is there a York Races shuttle bus knocking around? Oh, it says Hewitton but maybe it's been recommissioned, but I mean, there's nobody on it. I'm genuinely a bit bemused as to why there are what are effectively contagion capsules knocking about. But what do I know? I'm obviously missing some important point. Morning. Or not, as the case may be. Just remembered something about this gimbal that I'd forgotten. There's a trigger on the back. Can you see that? There's a trigger on the back there. Let's just turn that around. So that trigger there, when you hold that in place, it stops, it locks the camera on a specific location. So if I turn, it will stay in the same location. Forgotten about that. See, I told you I will master this thing. I think I've been accidentally pressing that as I've been milling around, which is why sometimes this image has jerked a little bit. As I've released it, it's reset itself. See, I'm now in silhouette with the sun behind me, and I'm back. This is quite a pretty bright colour. Look at that. Glorious in the sun. Glorious in the sun. Bluebells, no, they're not bluebells, are they? I'm not quite sure what they are. They look quite stunning in the sunlight. Now that's a good sized bungalow. Quite like bungalows. My favourite one is on Meadlands in York. And it has a dormer upstairs, kind of Tudor style exterior. And I think it's stunning. If I won the lottery, I think I might go and make the owner an offer for the land and property. See, that house has got a lot of land as well. Big garden. Having a proper nosy today. Curious and just inquisitive, that's all. Not nosy, inquisitive. Got to find the pleasant rationale to all these things, haven't we? That's always struck me as a bit of a strange building. I mean, it's totally out of context in terms of the rest of the properties in this area. But I love how, I mean, it just must get so much light. I mean, it's not a pretty building, it's a box. I mean, it is just a box. Nevertheless. Morning. So there's see, we've come full circle back to the church, which is just around the corner from where I live. Morning. I'm just going to pop into the private car park at the back of where I live and just check. I like to do just quick checks on the car, make sure nobody's been tinkering with it. I'm going to have a camera pointed on this car park at all times anyway. Up in my bedroom, up in the top there in the bedroom. Nevertheless, it's still good to do some physical checks. And actually it's in this car park that I'm planning on doing an exercise stint with the portable pull-up kit, portable chin-up bar. Quick walk around the car and just check everything's locked up. Doesn't look like it's been tinkered with. It's starting to look dusty though. Lack of use. But now, heading back round, and we're reaching that most important time of day, coffee time. That fridge has been there for over a week. I don't think the scrappers are out and about. Hi, Jen. And that's it. Another nice morning walk. Done and dusted. Time to sit behind the desk again. Edit videos and so on. I'll probably nap a bit today, because I only got about 3 or 4 hours sleep, so that's not good. See you soon.